I'm Yuichiro, and I hate carrots. I freaking hate carrots as much as vampires.
Let it go.
Fart jokes.
Fart jokes, yes. Hey everybody, thanks again for showing up for another one of our guest interviews today. We have Micah.
Hi, I'm Micah.
Of course, you've introduced yourself to everyone at home. And tell me, how did you find yourself at SakuraCon this year?
I don't know. It must be some sort of mistake. I actually, it's we're holding a blood blockade event, blood blockade battlefront, or Kekai Sensen, which is much easier to say. And a bunch of the cast from the English dub is here. We're premiering the first 6 episodes, and they also brought over the original Japanese director and the character designer. So, yeah.
Did you ever envision this level of success?
No, not at all. I'm originally from Hawaii, so like I just picture myself as this like island bumpkin from the middle of nowhere. So the fact that people want to come out and see me, I'm like, are you sure you want to do that? I mean, there's so many other amazing people, but yeah, it is definitely an honor in my case.
Mm-hmm. And then, what impact do your fans have on your career? How have they impacted you up until now?
It's the support they show. I mean, because myself, I am a fan as well. You know, I grew up watching anime. In Hawaii, we got like anime from Japan, so it was really cool. And so really, I feel like just one of them at the same time. I so much so that I have a hard time saying they're my fans. It's more like the attendees, you know, because it's just the concept doesn't really register with me. But yeah, they're extremely supportive, very positive. And I love coming to these to just interact with them, see how they enjoy the shows, if we're doing a good job or not. So, yeah.
Have there been any roles that were either notably easy or notably difficult from your natural just speaking voice? You know, anything that you seemed right into, or anything that, ooh, I'm going to have to, you know...
really get into it.
Yeah.
I have a character named Toma in a certain magical index, or a certain scientific rail dex, for short, as we say. He was very easy because his catchphrase is rotten luck. A lot of bad luck happens to him, so I'm like, I found a kinship with him. It's like, it's okay, man, it's not your fault, the author's just being mean to you, you're just oppressed, go post on Tumblr, they'll understand. But he was easy, and the current character I'm playing in a show called Prince of Stride, he's kind of a nerd. He wears glasses, and he just spazzes out all the time. I'm like, hey, look, it's just me in anime form. I love it.
Definitely kindred-spirited.
Oh yeah, totally, very natural. As far as like difficult roles, I think the most difficult one was Yukine in Noragami. He goes through this huge like emotional transformation over the course of the story of the series, and at like sort of the climax of all of that, he just sort of he's a mess. He's just like crying, yelling, screaming, extremely emotional, and all of that sort of just hit me all at once. I was going through a rough time in my life too, so it just sort of like I clicked with it, and like everything in that scene was just like real.
Channeled some emotion.
Exactly. It was just like real tears, real everything.
Organic process. I love it.
Like, and it was weird because it was scary because like when we finished it, I was proud that it was natural, but when they announced the release date, I realized I am extremely vulnerable in that moment. People are going to watch that and people aren't going to like it. You know, I'm just going to have to be okay with that because those are my, you know, it's like putting your heart out there and just seeing if people will respond positively. So, and thankfully people have, but he was definitely the most challenging. I lost my voice and got sick during recording that show. So, yeah.
Do you have a dream role? By the time you retire from, say, voice acting, is there a role you want to have? Should it be the main character of a big RPG or an action adventure game, maybe a character in a fighting game? Everyone's got that kind of one. They're like,
that one
if I do that one tomorrow,
I can
the
quit.
day after I can quit.
Yeah. Man, I'm such a nerd. There are so many. Either that or I'm just a quitter. I'm not really sure. I don't know what that means. For me though, my gateway anime was like I got into it through Toonami, the original Toonami run. So Rurouni Kenshin for me was like my big thing, and if I could be Kenshin at any point in time, I think I would be good. I'm also.
Right now.
Oh, are you really?
On Netflix, I'm on the 3rd season now.
Nice, very nice. I love that era of Japan, the Meiji era, the revolution. It was such a from a war perspective, it was a very romantic time where people put their emotions into their beliefs into their fighting, you know. So much more so than like any politics you see these days. So at least here in a first world country. But yeah, I really dig that era.
So Kenshin tomorrow, retirement the day after. That's
Totally.
what it sounds like.
Yeah, totally. I'd be set with my anime million yen.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, totally.
So, are there any projects on the horizon you can disclose? I know there's the NDA, but is there anything you can subtly hint at?
Not quite. There is a big project that I've worked on. I just finished. I studied for the part. I studied for 3 weeks, learning a specific skill set for that part. And it's an anime, but I definitely have to really put a lot of myself into that. But other than that, broadcast dubs from Funimation. We dub things as they come out in Japan. So I'm currently working on Prince of Shrai, Assassination Classroom. I play Asano in that. We are premiering Seraph of the End and Blood Blockade Battlefront here. So yeah, those are the main ones so far. Oh, and please, if you love JRPGs, any of you,
I love JRPGs.
Yeah, you should check out Rage of Bahamut. It is an amazing show. Very underrated.
And what is it through? Is it through Funimation or?
It's being released. If you subscribe to currently, as of SakuraCon, if you subscribe to the Elite subscription, you can watch the first 2 dubbed episodes. They're available. The entire thing's up subbed as well, and the DVDs are being released in a couple of months as well.
Career-wise, or as a person, your choice how you want to answer this. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Where do I see myself in 5 years? Well, depends if I voice Kenshin or not. If I voice Kenshin tomorrow, I see myself. Either way, I think I'm going to be pursuing artwork. That's what I've done from the very beginning, and I still do. So I'll probably be making comics or something like that, something artsy-fartsy.
Back to the projects on the horizon. Do you have anything you're working on art-wise? Comic currently?
We have a webcomic that's currently on hiatus because of the voice acting. It's called Ties That Bind. It's a fantasy anime, a throwback to sort of like the Slayers type of 90s anime. Yeah. But we're working on getting that back up this year, hopefully. And we're also working on a light novel as well. And I'm doing illustrations for that. It's called Keitante, a murder mystery.
I'll have to get the spelling later.
Yeah, no worries, no worries.
And of course, this is for the viewers who couldn't make it out to SakuraCon this year. If they wanted to follow you on Twitter, what's your Twitter handle?
Yes, it's My Ocean Eyes, MAI, and then Ocean Eyes.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Are there any conventions you're scheduled to appear in the future if people want to seek you out and they missed SakuraCon?
Yeah, sure. If you're on the East Coast, I'll be at Teco this year, and also at Glass City Con in Ohio.
Cool.
Those are the 2 that I can actually talk about right now.
Okay. And then finally, is there anything you'd like to say to your fans who couldn't be here today?
Hey, sorry you missed us. Maybe you didn't miss out at all. But if you want, I can devalue your stuff anytime. Anytime, really. It's up to you. But thank you for all your support.
All right, thank you so much for the interview.
Man.
Thanks for taking
Appreciate
the time. Go get some rest, my man. It's
I
a long
shall.
weekend, right?
You too. Catch some Z's.
Yeah.